I went to a barbecue yesterday and someone who I was speaking to said he was trying Tinder and Hinge, a dating app, by the way. Now, I shared some opinions. I feel like Tinder should never be considered an application for serious dating. Hinge is like, it's like every other dating app that's supposed to be more authentic. It's supposed to, it's like those standards of these apps. Like, honestly, all those apps, if you're ugly, nobody's going to like your profile on Hinge or, I don't know, Christian Mingle, OkCupid, unless you go with someone with your same standards of looks. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. Someone was telling me about this before, but most of these, quote, serious dating apps are filled with men. The man to woman ratio is very uneven. So it's just a bunch of men liking profiles of women, the small amount of women that are on these platforms. And then the women basically see all these likes and get to pick and choose who to like back. So it's like a free for all for them. And any females watching this video, I'm not saying like you kind of got lucky there on these apps. Listen, if you're looking for a man, you can pick and choose on these apps. On these apps, men don't really get that option though, because of the ratio, unless they are genuinely, I don't know, Chad looking like. On my way home though, or I was just driving home from this and I was thinking, like, after this whole conversation at the barbecue, I was kind of thinking about these popular dating apps and like, yo, what are even the benefits of having a girlfriend really? Like, he's so adamantly on it. Like, he really wants to find somebody. Like, what are benefits to this, man? And we could jump straight into the obvious one, companionship. But you can find companionship in non-romantic situations. Friendships, family, and so forth. I don't know about y'all, but when I find myself in situations where I'm around friends a lot, like if I'm with people, I don't ever think about love or needing romance. I feel like I have companionship. So then it raises a question about, is the only benefit of only benefit for some people to be in a relationship, is it just about loneliness? Now, there are some other factors. Some people, a benefit to having a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever you're into is intimacy. I mean, you can't just bang all your homies, right? I assume. I may be wrong. Here's the thing with me, though. What I find to be a benefit to being in a relationship is you can list any sort of benefit, and it should all be in one for me. Intimacy, companionship, and everything coming from one person. I feel like that's the point of trusting someone you want to be in a relationship with. We're supposed to be best friends and lovers. Intimacy is a very weird thing sometimes as a benefit. In a relationship, people have standards with doing things like intimacy. It can be an enjoyable experience, but for any guys watching this video, tell me I'm lying. Like, you ever smash some cheeks, then go home and beat your meat right after? Like, yo, I didn't need to smash cheeks today, really. Like, I actually don't mind smashing cheeks. I prefer it. But, you know, as men, we need some alone time sometimes. You know, I'm sure some females watching this video, you got your own thing going on when you're alone. And even though you have somebody, you still do your alone time stuff. So it's like, going back to topic, do you even really need this benefit? Depending on what kind of relationship you got, intimacy can be risky. You don't know if somebody's going to get pregnant. Somebody could get hurt. Yo, you ever smash cheeks and your balls hurt? Yeah. If you know, you know. I'm not talking about she's stepping on those things. I'm talking about you hitting a bull, and them things are swinging around and you be sore. Listen, I'm keeping it a bean. This is why sometimes I rather enjoy myself at home alone. And everyone is different. I'm about to say distant. Everyone is different. Listen, I've heard stories where people are getting intimate and you be getting leg cramps and your knees be cracking. Like, I don't know what y'all be doing. That sounds freaky. I go for jogs every morning. Y'all must be out of shape. But see, even if that applies to you, right? Let's say you doing those your neck be cramping up for something. I don't know how your neck be cramping up, but whatever you be doing, okay? If that applies to you, it's better to just be home and doing it alone. Honestly, at least you don't get to risk like you straining your neck or something. You could tear your ACL. What? I don't know. See, this is crazy because at times you take someone out to dinner. This is a crazy thing about dating people. You take someone out to dinner and 9 times out of 10, you probably paying for everything because you are taking someone out. Let's say you take someone out on a date, you pay. It's just courtesy. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't take someone out and make them pay unless you two are casually going out in a non-dating fashion. Like if you're in a relationship, you're like, hey babe, I want to get some food. You'd be like, okay, well shoot, let's stop by Red Lobster, kind of whack nowadays. But you go to McDonald's, right? Not McDonald's. Anyway, you go to a restaurant, right? Let's say you guys split it. That's fine. But like if you're taking someone out on a date, you pay. You pay for the dinner and then you smash the cheeks after. But all that spaghetti and pasta from Olive Garden, that steak dinner you may have had, that stuff be moving around your stomach while you hitting it. And after, because you just ate and now you hitting it after, because that's what you do after the date. And then some of y'all hitting it and now you go in the toilet, you cause a tsunami. So not only did you suffer from digestive problems, but you paid for dinner. Your wallet. Was this worth smashing cheeks? To move away from the satire. Maybe it's just me, but you get my point. Where I don't find intimacy a necessity. It's nice as a benefit, but it's not something I'd be like, I need a girlfriend so I can have the benefits of smashing cheeks. Like, it's not like that. People overhype intimacy. Yes, it feels great and whatnot. But once you get over it, you start realizing, man, this isn't all that, you know, it's great. Like I said, it's great and all that. And you may disagree with that statement, some of you watching, but I don't know, maybe because I'm not a sex addict. I mean, I like it. I prefer it. I enjoy it. It's just, I could live without it. You know, I could have benefits of just being home alone and just like, I don't know, just spanking it myself. You feel me? Like I can live without this. So, I mean, that's how I feel about it. Okay. Again, some people, you may disagree. Some of you may need it. And again, I don't know. I feel like if you feel like you need to really do that, I don't know. But regardless, right? What's left on the benefits of having a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever you're into? All that companionship we went over already. And I hate when people act like being affectionate to your friends is weird. You can be deep and personal with your homies. You can be emotional and vulnerable around your friends. They're your friends. Let them be supportive. You know what I'm saying? You could be supportive to your friends back. Yeah, they're supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what people are so much into, this macho man behavior. We're all humans and we all go through stuff. If you don't have a friend that you can be vulnerable around, then I find that to be more lonely than being single. Honestly. The only benefit I could think of, and that makes the most undisputed sense, is if you want to start a family. If that's the case, you got it. That's a benefit to having it. If you really want to start a family, like, which raises a question, like, should you even bother getting in a relationship unless it's with someone you want to start a family with? And starting a family does not mean you have to get married. Some people, like, family, I know the words tend to be intertwined a lot, family and marriage, and having kids too. Like, you don't need to do all that. You could just have a family, just you and someone. You could have you, someone, and a dog and a cat or something like that. You know, look, I'm at an age now where I don't want to be in relationships unless it's with someone I can hopefully start a family with one day. In the past, I just wanted companionship. But the last year or so, I've made some very good friends where it made me realize that I don't need a relationship unless I want to do this with someone forever. And I want that feeling mutually too. You know, I want them to feel like, hey, listen, you know, I want to start a family too. In which, you know, I want to be able where I can't imagine starting a family with anyone else. It's a hard thing to find, hard thing to accomplish. But eventually, I think a lot of people get there. Not all. Some say don't search. Some say do. Who knows? I can't tell you the answer because I haven't figured it out yet. A few times I thought I did, but then new things happen and it's like shaking my head. This is new to me. Oh, I didn't even know this video was over. Like, that's all I have really. So this is actually a very short episode of the Aku Anime. Usually it's been like 30 minutes plus, right? Or 20 minutes plus. But hey, this episode of the Aku Anime is also found on Spotify and YouTube. Watch the sun bleed. It's our time to go out while we watch the sun down. Watch the sun down. Watch the sun down. Watch the sun down, down, down. I got what I asked for, but I think niggas never mind. We try to shine our own way, but the stars are not aligned. Laser on the heat, best bet you better hide. Said to do what's best, now my thoughts are on decline. Take a trip with me, we can share confessions. What's next for us, that's a loaded question. You go first, you have the best expressions. I'm looking up now, I see a dark sky heaven. Watch the sun bleed, it's our time to go out. While we watch the sun down, silent guy forever peace, now there's no doubt. While we watch the sun down, fears or hopes are gone, we don't know what that's about. While we watch the sun